Hi there, my name is Keval and I am the founder of NeoApps.AI and the creator of NeoApps.AI. Today I'm really excited to show you how it's really easy to use the NeoApps.AI Code Generator and how it's easy to generate the app using it. Before we jump in, let me explain quickly what is NeoApps.AI all about. So NeoApps.AI is basically SaaS platform that enables rapid application development with automation starting from code generation to building and deployment into the cloud. It allows you to create full stack application using the framework of React, .NET Core and MySQL as a database, and it gives you microservices architecture inbuilt. So in today's tutorial, we'll learn about how to use the code generator. So this code generator is basically an open source version of NeoApps AI code generator, allowing you to mimic its functionality in your local machine. You can use this code generator to generate the APIs, front end, and even design complete application. It also allows you to generate your no code or low code workflow using Node-RED. So it will be really easy to use your application, and even you can customize your application. It's complete white label and available in under MIT license. So you can start using it right now. All right, so let's jump into the code generation. So before that, let's review the prerequisites. So you have to make sure that Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code you should have to have installed in your local machine. Make sure you have .NET SDK available in your machine. Docker, make sure you have installed Docker desktop or Docker as a CLI version. Make sure you have XAMPP. Make sure you have Redis, Rabbit and MinIO S3. So for Redis, Rabbit and MinIO S3, we'll use the Docker setup. So it will be really easy to use inside the container. So let's start using the application and start generating the code. So first of all, what we'll do is repo the uh, I'll pull the code base. Okay, so I clone the repo and let's open this project. All right, I have opened the code generator. So what we'll do next is we'll start using the application. All right, let's move to the next step. So the next step will be the Docker setup for Redis, RabbitMQ, and S3 bucket. So for now, we are not using S3 bucket in this demonstration. The current demonstration only focusing on how to generate your API and the front-end framework. Okay, so let's copy the Redis to pull the Docker. So what we have to do is that go back to previous directory and go into the prerequisites folder and we have to fire that command which we just copied. So if you go into the prerequisites, you will see the environment file. So in environment file we have all of the credential store. I'm not gonna change it in for this demo, and it will be as it is. So what I'll do is straightforward, run the command what I have used. So you can see here, like it's using the Redis password, that is your Redis password, and hit. Okay, so that is up and running. Now let's go to the RabbitMQ. Okay, so let's review it whether it's up and running or not. So our Redis, it's in running mode on the port 6379. Our RabbitMQ is running on 15672, that is the management, and I just click on it and it's already logged in, but you just have to make sure whether it's allowing you to log in or not. Alright, let's move to the next step. So our Docker, Redis and RabbitMQ is up and running, and in configuration, so we'll skip this configuration for now, which is the actual code generator configuration. So we are not focusing on that one. We'll just straightforward generate the application. So the next step is the database schema design. So before generating the application, you have to make sure that you are following the guideline of NeoApps.AI and generating the database accordingly. So if you want to learn about what are these guidelines, you can simply go into the docs.neoapps.ai, and you can find out all of the guideline, what you have to follow, and what kind of structure you have to use to design the database. It's standard structure, and no kind of fancy thing or specification. Yeah, and on the website you can also find the sample script for split the bill project. You can copy that script and use as a .sql. So let's go back, and it's already explained on the next step. So what you can do, you can copy that script and save that script into your .sql format, and uh, which is already available in the guideline page. And the next step is the upload the script to XAMPP. So let's go to the XAMPP. All right, so if you go to application, you'll see your XAMPP install, and you can go into your PHP admin. And before that, what we'll do, once you save your database, whichever you want to create, what you have to do is you have to go into your application folder and put that into your htdocs. So if you can see here, like I just popped in the split underscore app script dot SQL file here, so it's easily available to download for code generator. So once it's done, the file will be easily available to download from the local host. Even you can host your file on the remote server and make it available. Make sure that it doesn't require any authentication. So let's move to the next step. We have already uploaded the script. Now it's time to set up your database. So what you have to do is that you have to go to your PHP admin and create your database. So I already created the split the bill application database, and if you go here, all of the tables are already there. So what I'll do, I'll drop those tables So this is done. Your database is ready to use. So your default is the local server is the local host. Your username will be root and the password is the blank. So here you can see that it's a similar like typical setup of XAMPP in the local machine. So now next step is to copy this parameter and put into your launch settings. So let's go to launch settings of Visual Studio Code application. Alright, so once you go into your code generator, in the properties you can find the parameter here. What you have to do is remove the existing one and put this one and save the file. So you are ready to generate the code. Let's go back in one folder and we are going in code generator. Awesome. So let's review the parameters one by one. So server is localhost, username, root, password, database name, that is correct. Now our script is available on the localhost split app underscore script dot SQL. Status of generation null, you don't have to change anything. Project name, content planner, taste. So what we'll do is that I'll provide the name as a demo application and port is 3306. Database exists, no, basically database table. RabbitMQ connection, so here you can see the RabbitMQ connection, basically it's wrong here, so I'll change it, user and password, so it becomes straightforward. Okay, so let's go to the Redis connection, check the password. So here password is wrong as well, so I'll change that. Your Redis password. Awesome. Now let's go to the API flow. Okay, so API flow URL, you don't have to worry about that. Front end technology, front end, you don't have to change anything here, like backend technology .NET button click generate, you don't have to change anything. You just have to change those parameters which I already changed based on your local configuration. So save that and your project is ready to generate. So what I'll do is .NET run and done. Your project is already generated and it's available outside the code generator folder. It will be depend on if you're using Visual Studio, it will be available inside bin .NET folder. So here you can see the project is already generated. So what I'll do is I'll close this one and I'll reopen the project. Go open the project. So you can see that generated project is available here. So I'll go in up to the solution. So here you can see the solution file available and it's the demo application. I'll open that one and we'll start using it. So what you can do is just start the first command .NET build. Okay, let's check for okay, so we are in the solution folder. So what you have to do is that you have to go inside the API folder and then use .NET build. And done. So you can see that no error and your project is ready to use. All right, so it's asking for permission and I allow it, and you can see that it's up and running here. And if you press slash swagger your appli and just wait for it. Okay, so it's asking for password again. All right, so that is up and running, and yeah, your API generated in just 1 minute. Okay, so let's move to the front-end generation. So this one is up and running, and what we'll do will combine with the front-end application and generate the front-end. You can use your application. So let's go to the next step. So we have followed everything, like we generated the backend, we saved the generated project, like we run already project outside in the main folder, and we run the .NET API. Now let's go to the hands-on tutorial that is for generated project overall. So what is it all about? Like it's the it's explaining all of the steps related to front end. So we are here, you can read everything, and in most of the cases, like we are providing uh, we'll provide a few videos for different steps. I'll not go into that detail. Let's straight jump into the front end. Okay, so as our API is already generated, what we'll do next is to generate the front end is go back and copy our front end parameter. So this one is our front end parameter, and let's go into our old project. So what we'll do, this is our Visual Studio that has API up and running. So what I'll do is that I'll start new instance and open the code generator. All right, and I'll go to the code generator folder, and okay, so we are inside it. Now what we have to do is that same, I copied the parameter and I'll paste that parameter here. Now let's verify again, because once you run in your local machine, maybe your port or something is changed. So let's verify again. So project ID is same, doesn't matter, localhost, username, password, everything same. I same the database name. Now same the script. It doesn't require here, but it's fine, we don't have to remove it. So let's go into the main setting here. So if you see, project name is content planner. So make sure that you are using same project name and you are not changing it. So this one demo exist, make sure in the previous one it was no and it's yes here. So make sure you change it. RabbitMQ connection, again it's wrong here, so I'll change user and password. It doesn't matter, it won't require here, but oh yes, and here RabbitMQ connection basically requires your API URL. So what you have to do is change this to your API. So this is your API. Copy and paste it here. It will be v1/API. Okay, now make sure Redis connection, it don't require, but let's change it. API flow URL, you don't need a technology, make sure that it's React.js. So we are using TypeScript version of React, and backend technology, it's front end, so it's blank. Button click generate, project type is it doesn't matter, it's DND, you keep it on, it's overall generating the front end application. So save that and run it. Awesome. So it's generated the project. Now what we will do is we'll go to the another Visual Studio Code and open the another instance, and let's make sure that it's open, it's created. So if you see the .NET output, that is up and running right now, and your newly generated project, that is here. So what you have to do is go inside, open folder, repos, and this time your React application. Open it, go to the terminal and use npmi. So that will install all of the dependency. Wait for a few seconds. Awesome. So your dependency already installed. Now let's go and check the all of the configuration first. So here if you see the app base URL, that is your API URL, and Node-RED, that is the same because we haven't passed that Node-RED base URL. That I'll explain in the upcoming video how you can use it in Node-RED based low code workflow to extend your business logic of the application. So let's jump back into the current demonstration. So here if you see all of the configuration is up to date. What you have to do is npm run dev. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, so before let's wait for finish the loading, and what we can do is that I'll go into the database and I'll extract the username and password. So I'll explain again that here we are using password has, but we are not using any encryption or decryption algorithm for password hashing. So it's just a plain as it is. So what you have to do is you have to copy your username and copy your password and just straight login. So now here you are in your drag and drop UI design of the application, and you can start designing your app and use it. So what we'll do, I'll I'll just quickly demonstrate the one database table, and in upcoming video you can understand more about drag and drop designer, or you can simply go to the YouTube and visit the NeoApps.AI channel, and you can find out the all of the demonstration of how you can generate the different type of application like expense tracker, timesheet tracker, or any application the way you want using ChatGPT. Generate the requirement, generate the database, and just straightforward feeding into this application, and then you're you have just, yeah, you'll generate your application. It's really easy to use. So let's go, and what I'll do is I'll add one page, is just one category, add the page. I'll keep it as a sub menu for now. Okay, so once you click it here, it will change automatically in the back, so you are in the context of that specific page, and you can design that one. So what I'll do, I'll move expense category here, and if you are seeing this type of error, it's fine. Doesn't matter, like it's basically like once you run your project in build mode, like run npm run build, you'll not see that error. Okay, so what I'll do is update the UI, release the UI, and preview. So if you see here, your page is set up done, like category, and here you have your grade ready to use. So what I'll do is go here and add new row, so you can see that it's allowing you to enter the food. I'll just add food, and let me clarify here again, you don't have to add this value, otherwise it will the backend it will be overridden automatically. So just leave it blank and save it. So your record is, you yeah, it's done. And yeah, you can see how it's easy to generate your whole application, and even you can design any pages, any number of pages directly. Even you can design your custom pages as well. You just have to understand this clunky user interface, and it in future you don't have to come on this screen even as well. After integrating with fine-tuned model of our AI version, you will it will be really easy to just decorate the application. So in just one click, everything will be decorated based on your wireframe specification. So thank you for watching, and if you really like the this application, and if you think that it's really useful in your workflow, you can start generating your project today, and it's available here on GitHub. You can pull the repo, you can subscribe the YouTube channel and watch the videos and start understanding it. And in upcoming videos I'll explain how what architecture it's using, how you can customize, how you can extend your business logic, and how you can change your theming, or how you can design, or how you can change the color. Everything that will be in upcoming videos. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe the YouTube channel so you can get the latest update. And please make sure that you start the project. So thank you for watching.